Hello, I'm John. This is my Battlefleet Gothic diorama, and you're watching Wargames Models and Other Hobbies. Hello, and welcome to another video in the series of me describing and talking about how I went about making some of my conversions, some of my dioramas. In this video, we're going to be having a look at my Battlefleet Gothic diorama that I made a while ago. First things first with this, we have the little domed display case that came from a hobby shop. It was on a discount shelf. I got two of them, so I've got another one that I can do a project with. But this one inspired me with the hole in the bottom to make something coming out of something. And then looking at the Battlefleet Gothic box art, it inspired me to kind of go down that line of creating this little diorama. So let me just take the lid off this. We'll talk about the outside in a minute, but let's just have a look at the inside. So the ships themselves, they are stock models from the Battlefleet Gothic game. These are some of the metal ones. I think this one is a Dauntless class and this one is a Cobra class. And all of the kind of the warp effect, the spirals coming out, they were an Age of Sigmar spirit host. You'll probably see that there's a few faces in the warp just at the bottom. Get that in focus. So using those models, I cut them up, stuck them together to create this effect of the warp spiraling around these ships as they come out. That was the only conversion I actually did on this. Chopping up those spirit hosts, then sculpting some green stuff to add to these extra waves of the warp coming out. The ships themselves are pinned in place. So this Cobra class is glued, but the Dauntless class I can take out, which was a lot easier when I was painting. So we can have a look down there and see those faces swirling around in the warp. Now, I really liked... Let's get that in focus. There we go. I really liked the Battlefleet Gothic ships. I just liked the whole look of them. I didn't have many of them, but the few I did have, I really did like. So this one was sitting in a bits box for quite a while, along with the little Cobra class. And I thought, yeah, it'll work nicely in this diorama. Very simple paint scheme. It was a single colour with, I think it was from bolt gun metal, and then just washed the whole thing. And the same with the front, was just a single colour red, and then gave that a wash as well. The base itself, when I made it, I just stuck lots of details onto it. To be honest, I'm not really happy with this anymore, and I'm thinking of changing it. What I'm looking to do is create a new base for this that looks more like a Necron artifact. So it looks like a Necron has captured the Imperial ships exiting the warp in like a moment of time, in a big time bubble, and then shrunk it down into this artifact. So that's something that I'm going to do in the future, and I'll do a video on the whole process I go through for that, so you can see exactly how I do it. Let's line that up. There we go. The one thing I like about this whole diorama is it can actually go in any position that you want. I've created it so they're coming vertically out of the warp. There's no up or down in space. That's what I kind of went with. But you could mount it on the side or something like that as they're coming out. But yeah, just a quick little look at this conversion I did. Really nice one to do. A standalone piece, not part of a game or anything like that. So it just sits on a shelf. As I said, I'll do a video on rebasing this one and the process that I go through. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please stay tuned for further ones in this series of me talking about how I made certain models in my collection. But for now, thanks for watching. My name's John, and you've been watching Wargames Models and Other Hobbies.